Hello, everybody. We're back with Fiziev versus Torres predictions. Going to our first fight. Tahir Abdul, I'm not gonna say that, but Jefferson Nascimento. Both regional champs, I think, and I think both of them took it on short notice. Jefferson's 13-0 undefeated. Tahir has a good record heading into the UFC, a lot of experience. Only 3 losses, both making their debuts, like I said. Yeah, there's not really much to say. I don't really know most of them, but just going off what I've seen, I'm going to go with Jefferson Nascimento by decision. Tahir is only lost by, I think, decisions, and I don't think he's ever been finished. But moving on to our next fight, Bezkat Aklamana versus John Matsumoto. Bezkat has only lost to top guys like Topuria, a very good prospect in the division. They're Umar Nurmagomedov, another top contender. John Matsumoto has been robbed in all his losses. He won that fight against Rob Font, and he won against Basha. They're a pretty even fight, Bezkat's really good. John Matsumoto was good. But I'm going to have I think Bezkat's the better striker in this situation, so that's why I'm taking Bezkat by decision. John never has been finished before. I think that's going to stay the same, but I think he's going to have another loss on his record. It will be competitive, though. It will be a very competitive fight. I wouldn't be surprised if John Matsumoto won. This is a very close fight, and it could go either way. Heading to the next fight, Khan Ofli versus Javier Reyes. Khan Ofli just got a close decision win over Giza, and Javier Reyes just finished Andre. I don't know how to say it, but he just finished him. Yeah, he had dropped in that fight too, and Khan Ofli has great grappling. He had a nice submission against Ramos. Javier has a nice stand-up, though. He could catch Ofli on the feet. I think Javier Reyes was a regional champion. I think he was a regional champion. I'm not so sure. Khan Ofli got knocked out in the Dana White Contender Series. Yeah, he got knocked out. I think he got finished versus Naimov, too. But, I'm gonna have to take the underdog here. Wait. Well, you guys heard my pick. I'm taking the underdog, Khan Ofli. Yeah, I'm taking Khan Ofli by submission in the third round. I don't rate Javier Reyes. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's gonna be a top prospect. He's not that good to me, and I think he's gonna get finished in the third round. I think Khan Ofli's gonna take it to the ground, and he's gonna finish him. That's my prediction on the fight. I could see Javier Reyes winning it. I don't really like Javier Reyes. I don't think he's a legitimate prospect. But going into the next fight, Siboyev versus Andre Puliev. I think I spelled his name wrong. I think autocorrect or something. But yeah, Nursan Siboyev. He has a good record. 36 wins, 9 losses. Wins over Mechanical, Bruno Ferreira, Dumas, Schufl. I don't know how to say that guy's name, but yeah. And Andre Puliev has only fought good prospects in the middleweight division. Gautier, Duncan. Andre Puliev has a great boxing. He's a great kickboxer. He has great kickboxing, but I think I never watched Reboy fight. I think. But I think he's a good grappler, and I think he has some good strikes. Yeah, he has good striking. I'm going to pick him by decision. I'm picking Reboyev by... Yeah, I spelled it wrong. I was wondering how you say it, but yeah, I spelled it wrong. Yeah, I have Reboyev by winning by decision. I think he's just a more technical fighter. More experience in the cage, and I think that's really going to show in the octagon. And I think he's going to win by a pretty dominant decision. Or my close decision. Andre Puliev had only faced dogs But yeah. Going to this one, Abdul Rahman Yahayev versus Julius Walker. I don't know why Julius Walker is already great. I don't know. Abdul Rahmanov has a combined record, not combined time of a minute. I think not even a whole round. He's finished his fights in like a minute, maybe. He has a time of like 2 minutes in fights. Julius Walker just got knocked out by Jacoby Smith and had a close fight against Medfield. Both good. Abdul Rahman's a very good striker and a good what's his name? Is a good grappler. Julius Walker was giving Dustin, I think it's Jacoby, problems in the wrestling until he got knocked out. Also had a close fight against Medfield, who just knocked out Wayne Lee. I don't know how to say his name. But I'm gonna have to go with Abdul Rahmanov Yahayev. Oh, it's not loaded yet. But yeah, I'm gonna go with round 1 sub again. It could be a TKO too, but I'm leaning more the other way. Julia Walker, man, he's just, I don't know. And yeah, I really rank Abdul Rahmanov. He's been looking pretty good for the he looks pretty good prospect, a really good light heavyweight prospect. So I think about him, he looks pretty good, and overall he looks pretty good. Yeah, that's what I think. And we're going next fight. Farman Hassanov versus Eric Nolan. Eric Nolan put up a good fight against Fiziev. Yeah, he made him do chicken dance. And Farman, he's an undefeated prospect, making his UFC debut. 5-0, fighting at home. He does have the home advantage. But Eric Nolan, he put up a good fight against Fiziev, good striking and everything. I think most of Farman wins are by submission. Eric Nolan just got submitted too, so that could play a factor in this fight. Maybe he can defend him better, or Eric Nolan looking for his first win. Maybe he gets it, maybe he doesn't. But I'm gonna have to pick that he doesn't. I'm picking Farman Hassanov by round 2 sub. It's just because if Eric Nolan can keep it on the feet, he has a great chance. But if it goes to the ground, Farman's going to submit him. So, yeah, that's what I think about it. Sorry, I got to be quiet now because there are people and I don't want to hear it. I don't want them to hear me. Yeah, okay, they left. Now going to the next fight. Mikhail, Polish, 28-3, just got a win over Baria. Not too long ago. I think it was this year, actually. Or it could be last year. I think it was this year. I'm going to say this year. It could be last year. I think it was last year, but I don't know. Good striker. Been good ever since he joined the Fighting Nerds. Abus was controlling Joe Pyfer on the ground before that second round before he got submitted. Was on a 3-fight losing streak against Miguel Pereira, Bruno Fernandes, and Alves. Lost to Carl Braulio, who is Miguel's training partner. Abus has no gas tank. He gasses after the first round. I feel like if Abus can't finish this in the first round, I think he's going to lose, and that's why I'm picking Mikhail Olichencha by round 3. I'm picking Mikhail Olichencha, I don't know how to say his name, by round 3 KO. I'm picking this because Abus gasses out heavily. If Abus can't finish this in the first round, he's not winning this fight, unfortunately. So, that's what's going to happen. Not sadly, I don't really like Abus. Yeah, I have the Polish guy. Moving on to the next fight, Ikram versus Bruno Ferreira. Bruno Ferreira just got knocked out by Robocop. Had a good win against Marvin Vettori. But Marvin Vettori's kind of washed. Had a win against McVeigh and Petrosyan. Ikram is on a 2-fight winning streak right now. got knocked out by Whitaker and Hayes. No, he won against Hayes. He won against Hayes. I'm sorry. Yeah, his only two losses are Whitaker and Khamzat Chimaev. Those are his two losses. He won against Hayes. I don't know why it's red. Yeah, he won that fight. Yeah, good Russian prospect. Yeah, Bruno Ferreira just got briefly knocked out. Bruno has great striking game, and Ikram has good ground game, I believe. I'm gonna go with Bruno Ferreira by round 1 KO. Do I believe in this take? Kinda. Do I think Ikram's gonna win? I think, but I think Bruno Ferreira. So look, I think Ikram's gonna win, but I'm choosing Bruno by heart. So my logical pick would be Ikram if you're seeing this. But yeah, I'm picking Bruno Ferreira though, because I want him to win in my heart. But I think he's gonna KO him. I think it's gonna be like the Whitaker fight. But moving on to the next fight, Asu Amabayev versus Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson just got a win. I think it was a robbery. I think Silva actually won all 3 rounds, but I'm not a judge, so I can't really base off that. He got knocked out. He got knocked out by Alex Perez, who just got nut kicked. Asu actually hold the win over Alex Perez, so that's interesting. But yeah, he was on a good streak before the Cape fight. Asu has great ground game, and Charles Johnson known for knocking out 2 former champions, not former champions, 2 guys in the top 5 of the division, Joshua Van and Loner Kavanaugh. Asu looked pretty good in his last couple of fights. Submitted Alex Perez in the 3rd round, standing guillotine. I'm gonna pick Asu Amabayev for round 3K sub. Yeah, I think Asu has a way better ground game than Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson can't defend the takedowns. I see Asu having a great time in this fight and getting the submission. Charles Johnson does have a chance in the fight. He always has a chance in his fights. This fight he shouldn't win, but he could win, like knockout or something. But yeah, that's what I'm picking. Hopefully it's true. Moving on to the next fight, Nazim versus Mateus Camilo. Camilo beat the guy that I was asking for a contract at the press conference, and actually the guy who was asking for the the contract, he got knocked out recently, I believe. But Nazim just lost to Ziam. Had a good streak before that, beating Motam, Bofim, and McKinney. Had a draw against Borchev, who Camilo holds a win against, so that's interesting. Nazim has good ground game and striking. Camilo's mainly a striker, I believe. Yeah, they're pretty good strikers, both hands. Nazim has advantages in the grappling. I think Nazim was a regional champion, I believe. But I'm going with Nazim by round 2 TKO. Camilo's never been TKO. They're the first for everything. I think Nazim just leveled ahead of Camilo. I could see Nazim getting a sub in this fight too. I don't know. I could see Camilo maybe making it a little bit competitive. And yeah, that's my pick. Nazim by round 2 TKO. Moving on to the next fight, and the co-main, I believe, Shara Bullet versus Mikel Pereira. Shara Bullet got pieced up by Michael Venom Page. Had a bounce back win against Marc-Andre Barriat. And he was on a good win streak. He had I don't know how to call it, but it was a spinning back fist KO. Threw one and threw another when he's coming back, knocked the guy out. Michel Pereira was on a good win streak until the Anthony Hernandez fight, where he got submitted, and then he's just been kind of a mid-fighter this time. Shara Bullet promised a finish this time, so that's interesting. Yeah, Shara Bullet doesn't really have that good defense, but he's a great striker. Michel Pereira is known for being wacky, but he doesn't really have a gas tank. He's a good striker, though, when he has gas. But I'm gonna pick Shara Bullet by round 2 KO. I think Shara's leveled ahead of Miguel Pereira, and I don't think Miguel Pereira has ever been finished in the UFC before. Like I said, there's first for everything. Shara Bullet's gonna finish him. It sucks Shara Bullet can't fight in America. It sucks. If she could fight in there. He's an entertaining fighter, Shara, but this is gonna be a very entertaining fight. And yeah, I'm picking. Yeah. All right. What can I say? Oh yeah, the main event: Manuel Torres versus Rafael Fiziev. Manuel Torres is known for being a power puncher, straight power in his hands. Not that good of striking though. He's an alright striker, but not that much. He has a good power though. Rafael Fiziev is known for being a kickboxer. He's 1-4 in his last couple fights. Manuel Torres is 4-1 in his last couple of fights, but he lost to Bahamones, who Fiziev holds a win against. But Fiziev was using wrestling in the fight. If he used it to here, I don't think it's gonna go in Fiziev's favor, because Manuel Torres has great ground game. Submitted Chris Duncan, great ground game. I think Manuel Torres is, well, if this fight goes over 2 rounds, it's going to Fiziev, but Manuel Torres is going to knock out Fiziev at UFC Baku. Yeah, that's what I think. Fiziev just not the same as he was before the first Gaethje fight. He was on a win streak, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna work anymore. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this one. I'll make a breakdown. Yeah. I gotta go sleep so I can watch the card tomorrow at 7 a.m. It's at 7 a.m. I know, right? Peace out, guys. See you guys later. Bye.